Like the Swinners, we all went over.
This is some grease. This is some grease. I want that star.
Okay. That was exciting.
Thank you so much.
All right,
I'm
so
gonna get my
now we're going to talk about DNA in the business. And to do that, this is the 530 grid. We have Carly.
So, unlike Delphina, I'm going to sit up here and just talk. It's not going to be as exciting, but I do have an assistant, so. So I'm Carly King, and I am the purchasing manager at Tanglewood Conservatories. When building a business or an area of life, establishing a solid foundation is key. To effectively GT it, can anybody tell me what GT is? What GT is? All right, blue.
Golden triangle.
Right.
It's boxes, I can't read them, 1, 2, 3, well, it's the first 6 boxes in blue, it's the top left corner.
You know what Mark wins? He wins a $5 gift certificate. For a great answer.
Very good.
Too bad we don't have any fun there.
This becomes the cornerstone of foundation that ensures success. The key areas of the GT, which we've been pointed out elsewhere, boxes 1 through 6. Taking those successes and creating a client for life is what I'd like to talk to you about today. How to do that was my challenge. Barry's helping me with this, get over my fear, so we'll see how it goes. For me personally, it was relating my life experience to the 530 grid to demonstrate how powerful it is. So here we go. My cornerstone began some 20 years ago when I was introduced to youth hockey, my identified target. For me, the message that was developed and delivered was clear. The culture, sense of community, and passion was something I wanted to be part of. I felt the connection, and so did my oldest son, and so our journey began. Progressing through the journey, multiple opportunities presented themselves. For my son, playing recreationally, travel teams, prep or private schools, what to do? What choices should I make? Tracking each opportunity and asking key questions could have a negative effect on the outcome if not handled properly. If I didn't ask the right questions, would my son's successes be less? Would he not be challenged? It works the same way in business. How many sales have been lost because we don't ask the right questions? By show of hands, how many of you have those key questions that you ask each and every customer? We need to get those right. For me, in asking the right questions, I was able to group people and the message they presented to guide me in my personal and professional life and help me find and identify my passions and create a meaningful life vision. Does your company have a life vision? Have a vision and a passion circle? Do your employees know what the vision is, or even better, what your company is passionate about? In following my own passions in the hockey realm, I have had many leads that have been tracked by others that steered me to numerous successes. In my professional life, my first meaningful job came at the suggestion of a parent. In fact, he turned out to be my first boss. In my personal life, my children have had their coaches and teammates become their bosses, and even their significant others have come from that same community. But best of all, I met my future husband. So over 8 years, he contacted me strategically by giving me business cards each and every time we met. It took about 10 strikes, literally 10 strikes, before I accepted his invitation for lunch. Again, I kept asking key questions each time we met because I wasn't ready for the sale. Once the sale was executed, and after 12 years of marriage, I would say his strategic strikes were a success. I can relate these experiences back to the natural laws of rings of influence. Does anyone know this law? Alan?
Yes.
Do you know? Do you want to share it with us? Kevin?
The name of the was again?
The rings of influence.
There are, in everybody's life, there are multiple areas of interest and proficiency, and when you interconnect with other people, the more of those areas that overlap with their areas, the deeper the connection is going to be and the more opportunities available.
Here's how I define it. The hockey world has been a way for me and my son to grow because the more points of connection we had with other parents, the more opportunities we had to create our friends for life. In sales and business, it works the same way. The more you can connect with your clients and your customers, the more they will relate to you and want to stay connected, becoming a client for life. Out of those friends for life and connections, I was able to get referrals from many different aspects of my life. My children's successes were fed back into their careers, taking them from one league to another, from one job to another, progressing through their life. To tie this back into business, when your company has a success, do you build on that foundation? Do you put it into your marketing material? It's free advertising. So in creating clients for life, use the cluster principle. As you connect with more areas of the individual life, we gain access to an entire lifetime of relationships. Ask yourself, are you building lifelong relationships? Are you tapping the spheres of influence with each and every one of your clients? Are those relationships profitable? When I look at the relationships that evolved from my initial target of youth hockey, I would have to answer yes to all of those. Simple introductions have turned into strong friendships that are there for life, and have pretty much given me every success that I have in my life has come out of box one. So, does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, you mentioned the 10 touches that your now husband did. Do you think if he hadn't been so persistent that you guys would be married right now?
It's interesting to think, I don't think so, because I wasn't ready, and the more times he kept coming into my life, when the time was like, when I was right, I was ready to listen to to him and ask the question. So, of course, fate could have a different answer, but that's,
Yeah,
I think so. I don't think so.
that ties back so much to being putting him back in the.
Yeah.
Other questions?
How long have you been learning about the 530 grid?
We have been learning about it for, when did we start this? I'm trying to think, how many months has it been? Oh my gosh, when did we start?
Oh, probably a couple of years ago.
For us, for 6, the company has, but for us, I think our group, maybe about over 6 months? About 6 months?
Other questions? All right, good job. Thank you, Carly.